Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, Governor Sakaja has continued to be defiant as the row between him and Rigathi Gachagua continue to escalate. Gachagua also is proving that he's not yet going to relent and he might not give up. In the latest update, Sakaja is proving that he's going to continue to speak to governors and no one can stop him. This is what he said. There is no governor, I can't tell what to do because in my office as the deputy president, I am the bridge between the county government and the national government. So if I see something is not working well, I will speak. So Gachagua is saying that he's going to speak, but then he continued to say that to those calling me a tribalist, was I a tribalist when I asked Bishop Wanjiru to step aside and support the one who was also supporting the bottom-up agenda? Or when I asked the people not to vote for Igade? But before anyone answers Gachagua on this question, he should ask himself, why is it that in the three top positions in Nairobi, Kenya Kwanza only managed to get one? Why is it that they lost on the senator? Why is it that they lost on woman rep? But they managed to get the governor position. That means Sakaja was smart. And even if Sakaja could have gone into, if they could have competed on the UDA ticket, I think still Sakaja would win. But Bishop Margaret Wanjiru could not manage to clinch into UDA ticket. That's the truth. But now to talk about the issue of clubs noise in Nairobi, this is what Rigathi Gachagua again is saying. You are the same people who have issued those businessmen and women with license to operate clubs within the residential area. You cannot wake up one day and decide to close their business, yet they have invested their money. Now, in as much all this has been happening, one man has decided to keep quiet when other people are coming out to defend Johnson Sakaja, the senator of Nairobi, Edwin Sifuna. Sifuna has been silent for long. And remember, Sifuna doubles as an ODM Secretary General and the Nairobi governor. So when he speaks, he might speak both for ODM and as a senator for Nairobi. This could be one of the reasons why he has been silent. But then he's coming out to now respond to Rigathi Gachagua. And he wrote a very long letter in response to Gachagua. But this is what he's saying. I firmly believe that Gachagua can be safely ignored. Gachagua grossly overestimated himself and his influence over Nairobi politics. It's obvious Gachagua is still hangover from his glory days as an all-powerful DEO. That is Sakaja in his response to Rigathi Gachagua. And he continued to say that we reject Gachagua's invitation to elevate some tribes, all tribes in Kenya as well as foreign nationalities dwell in harmony in Nairobi. So Sifuna has finally responded to Rigathi Gachagua, and he's telling people Gachagua is worth being ignored. That's number one. Number two, he's very clear that you cannot elevate some tribe in Nairobi at expense of other tribes. That everyone in Nairobi is equal. Gachagua has been trying to elevate the Kikuyu. But the worst is that he's exposing them. So there are two things coming clear in Edwin Sifuna's statement. And before we check into that, just a quick request. For those who are watching and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our channel subscribers, thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you, and back to this discussion. Now, number one, Edwin Sifuna, in his response, he is speaking as the Nairobi senator. This is a senator who was elected on ODM ticket as the mayor side. A man who has been silent for long. And now he is responding as Nairobi senator, and again as a man who is supporting what Governor Johnson Sakaja is doing. So Edwin Sifuna is firmly behind Sakaja's implementation of restoring order in Nairobi. As an individual and as a senator of Nairobi, this is a man who was elected by so many people within Nairobi. So he's speaking on behalf of the people who elected him in Nairobi. A man who should be worried that he might lose if he did not trade well in Nairobi. That means he is well sure that Sakaja is doing the right thing, and now Sakaja is openly getting the support of Edwin Sifuna as an individual who was elected through the ballot. So that is very important to Sakaja and to the good people of Nairobi who have interest in seeing Sakaja succeeding in restoring the order in Nairobi. Number two, Sifuna is the ODM Secretary General. So this statement can easily be linked to ODM party. That means ODM also is speaking. Why is it that he decided to write rather than just coming in a press statement and say what he wants to say? He decided to write. So it's very formal. That means that Sifuna is also speaking as a member from ODM. That means also Sifuna might have consulted with Raila Amolo Odinga as the ODM party leader before he responded to these shenanigans. And seemingly he got a go-ahead. So that means Raila Odinga is in support of what Sakaja is doing in Nairobi. So Sakaja is lucky. William Ruto is on his side. Now Raila Amolo Odinga is on his side. Two powerful individuals. The only man who is against him, who is now supporting the cartels, is Rigathi Gachagua. So ODM is solemnly behind Sakaja. That can be confirmed through this letter from Edwin Sifuna. That's why I can say that you can ignore Rigathi Gachagua on what he's talking about and then continue to implement what you want. Because you cannot have the backing of ODM, you have the backing of the president, and then you have the backing of the people who voted for you, and the other leaders who are also elected in Nairobi. Then only one man continue to stress your agenda in Nairobi. So it's a clear message, and this is a win for Johnson Sakaja. People who do not campaign for him are now coming to defend him. People who are in a different coalition are coming out to defend him. There's no any other way Raila can come out and issue a statement to say, oh, Sakaja should do his work. He has already communicated. That letter is very weighty, and it can be linked to ODM party. Because now, the other day we are seeing the youth from ODM coming out clear to openly even confront Rigathi Gachagua. And they were very clear. They voted for Johnson Sakaja. So they are coming to defend the person they voted for. Because they saw a leader in Sakaja. Now ODM is coming out to speak openly. Sifuna might not have mentioned ODM anywhere, but this is ODM Secretary General. What do you expect? Next we will see people like Alauda coming out to speak. Tim Wanyonyi will come out to speak, and already they have spoken. It was coming out as Luya leaders, but now it is no longer coming out as Luya leaders defending one of their own. It's now clear that ODM is feeling that they have the right person. And they are also understanding that some of the war that Sakaja is facing in Nairobi is because of allowing to form a coalition government where it's also involving ODM part in active participation of governance in Nairobi County. So they have to defend this person, because it's a person who recognizes ODM party and he has also involved them in the management of the county by appointing some people from this side of Raila Odinga into senior position in Nairobi governance. So they are now behind him and it is becoming open. So Gachagua should check the support of ODM plus some support within UDA or Kenya Kwanza side. Will he manage? And he should ask himself a question. Why is it that no one from Gema has ever become the governor of Nairobi, despite the fact that he's still saying they have enough numbers to make someone a governor of Nairobi? They have had candidates. Why is it that they have never managed to win that seat? Igada was there. The other time they had Peter. He never won. The former Gatanga member of parliament, Peter Kenneth. Sonko whitewashed him in the nomination. Why? And the funny thing is that he wants to use the position of being a chair of IBEC, the Intergovernmental Committee, to start trying to micromanage some governors. I think it might not work. It is going to backfire, because governor position is a very distinct position. These are separate governments. You can never dictate anything to a governor as a deputy president. The link that governors need to look for most is the link between them and the president, not through Rigathi Gachagua. Maybe the governors from Mount Kenya region might be linking to William Ruto through Gachagua, but other governors pay close attention, be it Coast, Western, Nyanza, Kisii, Turkana, even Rift Valley. They will never link their connection to the president through Rigathi Gachagua. They rather directly have a direct link to the president, but not through Rigathi. And even William Ruto would not want such a thing, because it will make Gachagua more powerful. Something is not yet ready to allow it happen.